What is happening, YouTube family? So, as you can tell, I am back at the wheelie spot. The reason I'm here, on my previous video, wheelie video, when I was trying to learn how to wheelie, I've got better, by the way, a little bit better. A couple of people commented on it actually saying, can you do another video like doing tips on how to wheelie, or what have you learned while doing it? So I thought I'd actually do a video. So, my number one thing, what I've always said, if you're going to learn how to do a wheelie, start small, get your balancing point, get your revs, and don't rush into it, because if you rush into it you'll flip your bike. I have flipped a bike before, whenever WR I actually flip that. But start on an incline, and what I always say is get your revs right. Obviously the bike I'm on today, obviously Sinnis Apache 125 my bike, you can pull it on 2 strokes, 4 strokes, you can do wheelies on near enough any bike as long as it's got enough power. Something which is also important is, a big tip for you, start on an incline, on a hill, and you want to get your revs right. What you want to do is when you're riding, you want to see where you've got the most power on your revs. Like on a 2-stroke you'll have a power band, which is usually about 6,000 revs. On my 4-stroke, my power, it's not a power band, but where most power kicks up, is about 4,000 or 5,000 revs. So if you're hitting about 4,000 or 5,000 revs, so you're literally there, and you pull the clutch in, you're not going to pull it all the way in, you literally pull it in enough so it engages the clutch. And as soon as you've engaged the clutch, you've got your revs up, you let go of the clutch, and at the same time, you want to pull back. So literally as simple as that. The first thing you want to do is just get the pop up. Keep getting the pop up. Once you're comfortable with getting it popped up, then you can take it to the next step. So literally the first thing you want to do, that's it as well, cover your back brake at all times. So literally when you're going forwards, mine's about 3,000 now. So I'm going to pull my clutch in, slow speed, it's about 4,000 revs. And I pull back a little bit. Now if you notice, I didn't pull back a lot. You're just going to get your revs right. You'll get a feel for where your revs kick in the most, where your clutch is engaged. And when you've got that feel, that's where the point is, that's where you've got to get it. So the next step after you've got it up, literally, you can get the bike up so easy. Up, slow it down again, up. The front end will come up so easily. If you pull back more, obviously you're going to get the bike to come up more, but the thing you've got to be careful with is if you pull back too much, you will flip. So up, just keep practicing, literally getting your front end up off of the floor. So, that is the first thing, get your revs going. You want to find out where your revs have got the most power. So mine's 5,000, 6,000, it's best on 5,000. Then you want to get your clutch to the point where it's only just engaging. Like you don't need to pull it fully in like I am at the moment. Literally, if you notice with harder wheelies, I have one finger on it, I pull it in, just enough for it to get revs up. Once you've got your revs, you literally just let go of your clutch. That's why I always do one finger clutching. Once you've got your front end off at ground, then you can rev it and try and keep your revs at the same type of angle, the same, is my camera actually recording, by the way, yeah. You want to keep your revs at the same type of idle. So literally, once you've popped it, keep your revs going, and you should be able to just roll out a little bit so it'll go. So it just rides out your wheelie a little bit. Obviously when you pull back a bit more, you can do it a little bit longer. So if you notice, then, I wasn't chopping full, I weren't doing any of that stuff with wheeling. I was literally just riding the same amount of revs. It's been raining so you can see where my arse is, but some people will sit quite far forwards and have a crutch about here. When you're pulling a wheelie, to get your balancing point, just shift your weight backwards and forwards and keep trying to shift your weight backwards and forwards and just see which is the best. Like my optimal is literally my arse is near enough on the end of the seat. If I do that, as well as getting the revs right, getting the clutch popped perfectly and pulling up, my front end comes up whenever I want. I've got my arse pushed to the back of the bike, got my revs going. That is basically how I learned to wheelie. To practice getting it higher, say you want to actually be completely still. So it's in neutral at the moment. I'm going to put it into gear, and it's the same principle. You know your revs are going to kick up at 4,000 or 5,000. Mine will kick up at 4 because I'm not rolling now. So it'll kick up at 4. You want to clutch it the exact same. Keep your clutch covered, keep your back brake covered with your foot. Literally, have your foot on the floor, your left foot on the floor. Without moving. And just pop the front end up and just practice popping it up. So And if you have your left foot on the floor as well a little bit, you're balancing up, you basically get your balancing point easily. You put enough revs on that, so curve here. But yeah, there you go. So if you start completely still, have your foot on the floor, you'll be able to lift it higher. And this, honestly, from riding motocross bikes before when I was younger, if you want to learn how to pull wheelies that way on a motocross bike, I've always found it easier that way. So there you go guys, little tips for you how to learn how to pull wheelies. Just take it one step at a time and you will get there. So hope you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Oh, and I'll see you in the next video guys. Peace out.